Good morning, guys. So, it's another fine Friday morning here in Gothenburg, and today is Fancy Friday, which means that it's suit and tie and fancy shoes for me. Anywho, the topic of discussion today, or like at least, well, it's not much of a discussion when it's just me talking, but hopefully you'll make do anyway. I was going to talk to you a little bit about web versus mobile development and the battle that is raging between the web platform and the mobile. Now, there is a rivalry between these two, and they are fighting for, like, the platforms are fighting for dominance over your attention, my dear friends. And this battle has been raging for a little while now. It's started with when mobile, like Android and iOS development, came to your smartphones, and things such as mobile first mindsets came to the web, because the web platforms see mobile as a threat to their dominance over your attention span. Now, the desktops are not winning. Mobile devices are taking over our world. A larger quantity of people are accessing the web and anything that they do on the internet specifically through mobile devices. And if you think about that, that makes a lot of sense, because here in the West we have luxuries that you don't have in the more undeveloped parts of the world. But they are getting mobile devices, especially low-end mobile devices, which is this topic you may have heard of, the next billion users. They're coming from these areas of the world where you don't have enough money to buy a full desktop computer, but you do have most likely money enough to start getting your own device, like a mobile device basically. So, what does that mean for web versus mobile? Well, that means that they are now going to fight, or going to have to fight, over these users. So you'll see that on both sides of the discussion, or of the battle, you have people trying their best to figure out how to fight their own limitations of the problem. Now, the web are trying as much as humanly possible to accommodate the mobile or the native features. That's the battle of the web. The web more or less has the benefits of easy access, easy adaptation of their platform. It's been established for a very long time, so they have a lot of these benefits. What they don't have, or what the web doesn't have, for the most part, which is what they're trying to catch up on, is things such as push notifications, camera support, all of these things. And I'm not saying that they don't have it. It's like the APIs are there, and they're coming even faster, and the adaptation is enormous. But basically, the web was originally not designed to create full-scale applications as we know them today. So they're trying to catch up to that. And the mobile development part of this discussion, they have these native APIs, so they can access all the things that the device that they're running on, they have. They can do that natively. What they don't have, however, is this ease of accessibility. Think about it this way. It's very easy often for you. I mean, how much time do you spend thinking about visiting a website or clicking a link? Not much, I would say, because to you, it's not a big commitment to you to do that. However, it is a much bigger commitment for you to download an app. And what you see is that mobile developers and mobile companies they have to figure out a way, or rather, in their perfect world, it would be as easy for you as the consumer to visit they want it to be as easy, because it's very, let's be honest, it's very, very easy for you to just visit a URL and get to a website and then be done with it, because you don't feel as if you are downloading something or that you're committing something. You're just visiting, right? It's very easy to get started with doing something like that, but it's not as fun for users to have this, download an app, try it out, and all that type of stuff. So where does that leave us as the developers? Well, right now there are no guarantees on what's going to happen next. I will say though, I think that we'll find ourselves in this situation which for a long time. My opinion is that I think we're in for a situation very close to what the console gaming stations like PlayStation and so forth have with PC. There are certain things that make a very nice user experience on a PC, and there are things that are going to be very good on console. If I were to tell you what you should start doing today, I would take the developer route and say you should, unless you have a very specific idea for an app or something like that, you should start by learning the web, because the web is probably the place where you're going to find the most employments. Like, there are more jobs for web developers than anything else. Like mobile, there are mobile platforms that are being developed, but I can tell you right now, the demand for mobile developers is not as high as it is for regular developers who do like server-side work or web work or whatever in general. This is me kind of just putting my finger up like that, but I can see from scanning a lot of ads for like looking for people as developers that in general they are not looking for specifically mobile developers. There are absolutely jobs for it. I'm not saying there's not, but it's not the big demand that you will see for web. And it does make, if you think about it, it does make sense. I mean, mobile is still trying to break through to become this, as I said, easy access, public face type of technology that the web has had for a few years, and it just hasn't gotten to that place just yet. So personally, I think that what we're going to see is that mobile developers are going to provide experiences for people who have committed to something like a useful app that people use regularly, and I think that the web is still going to keep on being that place where people discover new services and goods. That's my gut feeling, and if you need to pick between one, start with web and then learn mobile after that.